afternoon, Kermit. I want to take a moment here and review the lesson we had today. When we take a look at the golf swing here, this is the first and second swing that I actually got on the video here. But it's almost a tale of two cities here. When we look at both these swings here, picture on the left-hand side and the picture on the right, what we're going to see is the picture on the left-hand side is what we talked about when you sat there and really got a lot of that right hand into it. And then vice versa, got a lot of, little to no turn with that right hip. So as we look here, actually I take it back. The left one is the better one compared to the right one coming in here. So as we turn back and we turn through, what we're going to see here is right here. Back. And you almost see that club and that body kind of forcing that club down. You kind of like really force it down with that right side. And you start to see that right hand, release the club right there, see the forward bending of the shaft come through, and almost little to no turn with the body as you come through impact, so it's that right hand kind of pushing everything through. You see a collapse of the left wrist, and then there's that chicken wing as you come through and down the line here. So what we kind of focused on and what we went next to is I sat down in front of you, and I kind of sat here, and I put my left hand right out here, and I told you what I wanted you to do is get in a position where the left hand and that right side was connected. And when we did that, what you felt here is as that hand came into impact, it was right there. The two of them turned together, down the line, into impact. So it works in the same position. As you come into the golf bag, you're going to be somewhere in this position here when you go to make contact. Now, thinking about this is keeping that right hand behind or a little under as it comes down and through rather than the forcing or flipping those hands down and through. So I want you to do 20 half swings, just essentially just swinging up to about halfway and then down and through, feeling that transition with that right hip and left wrist coming down through impact. Now, the next 20 repetitions, I want you taking it all the way up to the top of the golf swing and then down through where you're feeling that transition from the right hand side into the left and feeling that right hip turn connected with that of the left wrist in the impact. Now, when we go to the next swing, what we looked at was doing it with a golf club, doing it half for 20 and then half for full swing. So what you can see here is that transition when you turn it back there, the hips are turning with you, and then all I had you do essentially is turn down into impact, just like that. Now, when you look at the two positions here, that right hip trying to come in there, that right hand trying to come in there, but essentially it's this position where the hands are quiet as they come in. You see the drive of that right hip turning into impact compared to what we see right here, a big difference. Look at the drive of that right knee, right hip in the impact. Look at your shoulders. Look at your position here. So as we went further, the next position that we see is right about here. What I had you think about, or what I had you think about doing is as you look at this, let me rewind here just for a second. 20 with no club halfway, 20 with a full swing with no club, and then we're going to do 20 with the club in the house, half swing, and then 20 full swing into the bag, all feeling that position. The back of the left hand hits into impact and comes through. Now, when you're in the backyard, nice and easy, just turn up to about waist high, tying the two in together, feeling that position where the hands come in. Night and day difference. Look at the difference of the bow of that shaft there. Right here and right here. Turned out it through. And what you see is a more rotation in the wrist and the forearms. You get a little more extension, especially down and through impact. Look at the separation here. Big time difference when we feel the rotation down and through. Great shot. Now, as you start to speed up your golf swing, I want you to place a tee out here in front. And I want you to hit that tee as you come back. And you come through impact, much better position here. Look at the back of that left wrist. Compared to, quite frankly, we come back to here. Big difference. See the rotation of the wrist here to here. Two, even more of that extension down and through the shot. If you compare these two positions, look at the difference of the right knee, the right hip turning through the shot and feeling your transition through here. So first 20 balls, nice and slow, maybe hitting it 20, 30 yards. And then last but not least, hitting a full swing like we see here, turning back to the top of the golf swing. Same thing. Turning through. Our main process through this was to think of turning through our position. Turning through our position. And that's all we want to do. Much better leg drive. Much better transition into the ball. Night and day different here. Extension down and through night and day. Great job there, Kermit. So we're doing a total of about 80 swings at the house, 20 to 30 swings out in the backyard. That's 3 acres of land. Back and forth. Let's see where it goes. So trying to leave that left hand and turning into the bag, or turning into impact. So if you have any questions, why don't you shoot me an email, michaelwyattgolf@gmail.com, or give me a call, 314-724-6539. Thank you, sir.